Signs you've jumped. What a real timeline shift feels like. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, and this is the Time Series. Let's talk about the aftermath of a jump. When people ask me, how do I know if I've jumped timelines? I always say, you won't feel magical. You'll feel off. At first, because the version of you that just landed in a new timeline doesn't have muscle memory yet. She hasn't built habits in that timeline. She hasn't memorized the feedback loops. So it's not going to feel like fairy dust and fireworks. It's going to feel like a disruption in the matrix. And that's exactly how you know it's real. A timeline jump isn't a mood swing. It's a foundational reorientation of your inner and outer field. That reorientation leaves clues. In this section, I'll walk you through the 10 most common signs that you've successfully landed in a new timeline, and your subconscious is catching up to your new reality. 1. Disorientation, your old habits. No longer fit. One of the clearest signs you've jumped is that your old rituals, foods, clothes, or habits suddenly feel alien. You might open your closet and feel like none of it fits your identity anymore, even if it still fits your body. You might walk into your favorite coffee shop and feel completely out of place. You may open your calendar or task list and feel repelled. This isn't flakiness, it's feedback. The energy signature of your new self is rejecting the old timeline's artifacts. What used to feel normal now feels heavy. That's the weight of your subconscious realizing, we don't live here anymore. 2. Lost time. You don't remember the buildup, only the arrival. Many people who've experienced genuine timeline jumps describe a surreal moment of completion without clear memory of the in-between. They say things like, I looked up and the whole thing was done. I remember starting, and now I'm done, but the middle is a blur. I don't remember doing the work, I just have the result. This happens because you entered a collapsed time field, a zone where your identity was so synchronized with the outcome that time perception distorted. This is not just dissociation or autopilot. It's a hallmark of nonlinear embodiment. It means you've been operating from the future self's cadence, not the linear self's grind. 3. Emotional purging. Your nervous system has to catch up. When you land in a new timeline, your nervous system might respond with a sudden emotional detox. You may cry for no reason. You may feel waves of fatigue, elation, grief, or anger. You may find yourself releasing emotions that don't logically match your current moment. This is not regression, it's decompression. The jump freed you from the emotional backlog you were holding in your old identity. And now that you're no longer carrying it forward, the body lets it go, like steam escaping a pressure valve. Let it happen. Don't analyze, just breathe and stay in cadence. 4. Identity confusion. You don't know what to say. When people ask about you. After a real jump, you may find that your self-description doesn't fit anymore. Someone asks, what do you do? And you pause, not because you're lost, but because the version of you they're referring to no longer exists. This shows up as hesitation, rewording, or a complete desire to rewrite your bio, your job title, your digital presence, or even your name. You're not indecisive. You're renaming your file system in real time. 5. Rapid collapses. Old relationships and patterns. Fall away. Fast timeline jumps often trigger a chain reaction of energetic incompatibility. That friend you used to vent to, you suddenly feel drained just by texting them. That job you used to tolerate, it suddenly becomes unbearable. That habit you've been trying to quit, it now feels impossible to engage in without nausea or disgust. This is your new signal clearing space. You no longer have energetic contracts with people or patterns from your old timeline. And because there's no longer coherence, the system starts shedding. The key? Don't resist it. This isn't loss, it's release. 6. Synchronistic feedback. Reality starts nodding at you. This is when the field starts clapping back. You walk into a room and hear someone speaking about the exact vision you've been meditating on. You get a DM from a stranger offering the exact opportunity you journaled about the night before. You see repeated numbers, symbols, or uncanny coincidences that feel like echoes of your internal state. This isn't the universe sending signs as a reward. This is a signal match. Your reality is now catching up to your calibration. 7. Quantum detachment. You no longer need it to happen. A strange thing happens once the jump stabilizes. You stop needing the outcome to arrive, because internally, you're already there. The desperation drops. The obsessing ends. You don't need to make it happen anymore. And it's not because you gave up. It's because you became the version of you who knows it's inevitable. This is the detachment frequency that makes the field respond faster than ever. You're no longer asking reality to prove something. You're simply allowing it to mirror what you've already embodied. 8. Dream remapping. Your subconscious narrative changes overnight. After a timeline jump, your dreams may shift dramatically. You may stop dreaming about certain people, places, or trauma loops. Or you may suddenly have symbolic, forward-leaning dreams that feel instructional or prophetic. This is your subconscious updating its story. It no longer needs to rehearse or process the old patterns, because they're not part of your current coding. Watch for this. It's often the first proof that your subconscious is now reinforcing the new timeline on its own. 9. Silence before the surge. Often, right after a timeline jump, you experience a strange void phase, where everything feels quiet, anticlimactic, or neutral. This is not a failure. This is the 0-point field of recalibration. It's the space between endings and arrivals. It's the buffering period before the new feedback loop begins. And if you interpret this silence as a problem, you'll pull yourself back into old momentum. But if you honor it as the eye of the quantum storm, you'll be ready for the surge that follows. Because once your nervous system catches up, it moves fast. 10. Familiar feels foreign. Here's the final, unmistakable marker. You revisit something from your past, and it feels foreign. A song, a memory, an old post, a person's voice. Something that used to feel familiar now feels like it happened to someone else. That's not just nostalgia. That's timeline closure. Your current identity no longer recognizes that version of self as you. The file has been archived, and the body confirms, we've moved. The jump is done when you stop looking for proof. The ultimate sign of a completed timeline jump is when you no longer search for signs that it's working. You're not obsessing over external cues. You're not rechecking your vibration. You're just living differently. Your thoughts feel different. Your responses change. Your pace is new. And your environment starts catching up without you pushing it. That's when you know you're not visiting the new timeline anymore. You're living in it. And from that place, you're finally ready for the deepest part of this work, embodiment. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Manifestation series, where we don't just talk about manifesting, we master it. Because let's be honest, manifestation has been watered down, reduced to vague quotes, mood boards, and empty promises. But you didn't come here to wish. You came here to build a reality that hits different. A reality that responds to your frequency, your language, your alignment, and your decision to stop playing small. This series is not fluff. It's physics, frequency, and fierce creative power. Inside the Manifestation series, you're going to learn how to collapse timelines, shift identities, and speak worlds into existence, just like the greatest minds in history. This isn't just about being positive. This is about being powerful. Here's what you unlock inside. Vision to Reality, the Vision Board course. You've heard about vision boards, but you've never done them like this. This is a full energetic ritual, a precision-coded map for your subconscious, designed to bridge image, frequency, and strategy. It's not arts and crafts. It's blueprinting your future in visual form and turning it into matter. Time, quantum timelines, and why time isn't real. Manifestation doesn't take time. It takes alignment. In this module, I'll show you how time is just a mirror of energy and how to collapse timelines using choice, clarity, and vibration. Past, present, future, they're happening now. And when you know how to navigate time quantum style, you stop waiting and start receiving. Quantum jumping, instantly up level. Your next level life isn't years away. It's one decision away. In this training, you'll learn how to quantum jump, how to shift into a version of you that already has what you desire. This isn't fantasy. It's how high-performance creators, athletes, and spiritual masters leap beyond limits. Jump now. Land in power. Every word. The power of affirmations and spoken language. Words build worlds. In this course, I show you how to use affirmations like spell work, not just repeating empty mantras, but speaking with vibration, intention, and spiritual force. If you've ever felt like affirmations don't work, this will change everything. You'll learn to command your field, not just request from it. The greats, learning from the most exceptional minds in history. We're not the first to master this. In this legendary module, we decode the techniques, habits, and quantum genius of the world's most powerful manifestors, from ancient sages to modern icons. You'll learn how to think like the greats, move like the greats, and manifest like the greats. This isn't another feel-good series. This is a spiritual weapon, disguised as a manifestation course. It's made for leaders, cycle breakers, visionaries, and soul builders. You don't need another wish list. You need a system that teaches you how to bend reality. This is that system. So if you're ready to stop playing with potential and start creating results, welcome to your next level. The Manifestation series is open now. You know what to do. Let's build what they said was impossible and make it inevitable.